All right, guys, I had a buddy contact me and he's looking for a speedometer head. His is seized up and he put a cable in it. And I guess it busted his new cable, so he took everything apart and he noticed this thing ain't spinning that well. So he called me looking for a used speedometer head, and I told him he just needed to take it apart and clean it and lube it. He really, when you're trying to walk somebody through the phone how to do it, it's kind of tough. So I decided I'd just do a quick video here to show, this is 55, 56. It'd probably work on 57 too, but this in particular is 55, 56 Chevy. But, a lot of the times the car's set for years and stuff gets sticky, and that usually happens with the Speedo. So anyway, on the back, there's the usual, the two flathead screws, which I've already removed. And anyway, you'll pull this out, and now behind that is a isolator, but you don't want to forget to put that in there. It's a little bit thick rubber isolator. It just keeps the shock down on the Speedo, so be sure and put that back in there. Anyway, now this is just how I do it, and this is the way I've always done it for years, and I've never had one mess up on me after I fixed it. So usually what happens is the brass piece here, it gets really stiff, and this needs to be first cleaned and then re-lubricated, and then it'll just free it up instantly. Anyway, what you'll do is, in the side right here, I've already taken it apart. There is a slot right here. It would be on the left-hand side of the speedometer here. And what's in there is a little bitty felt little tube thing, I guess. I don't know what the hell you'd call that. Anyway, it's a little bitty piece of felt, little bitty thing. And on top of it is this miniature little freeze plug, a little bitty tiny freeze plug, little brass freeze plug, really kind of cute. Yes, I just said that. Anyway, to get it out, what I do is I usually, I'll just take a little small flat blade screwdriver or a pick or anything, just get something up in there in the edge and just kind of go around working it, and it'll just pretty much fall out. It's not in there real tight. Anyway, you get that out and then stick your, pick, or I used that same little jeweler's flat down in there and just kind of dug that little felt piece out in one unit. But anyway, it leaves a hole in the side of that head right there, and that is where you lube it. But first, what I do is I use brake cleaner, carburetor cleaner, whatever I have, and I spray in this thing right here. I'll stick that straw down in there, and I'll only just barely kind of tap that trigger a little bit. I don't want it to blow back in my face or anything. Look at the muck coming out of that. See that black? Anyway, I'm just barely trickling it in there. I kind of let it sit there a second. Anyway, that's the kind of crap that comes out, and you can see the little chunky pieces right there. That's what's making that thing hard to move. But anyway, I'll kind of do this for a minute or two and just kind of keep working it. And as you get braver, you can kind of hit it with the brake clean a little bit. Just basically trying to get all that brake clean out of there. Look at that muck. Still dripping out the bottom here. I might actually shoot a little air in that. There's going to be a little brake clean down in there, and I don't want it to wash out my lubrication I'm going to put in there. So bear with me. Anyway, I have a box of these things, and what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to run back over to his house. He doesn't live too far from here, and I need a couple of clips for my windshield moldings for my hardtop, so he's got some parts cars out back. Anyway, I'm going to take this over there and just swap him out, or just go ahead and give it to him now. I don't know if he's got his other one out or not, but anyway, I'll swap him out. No big deal. Woo-wee! Boy, that shot stuff out of there. I don't want to give it a ton of air pressure because I don't want to blow brake clean up here on top of this and mess up the paint on the needle or the face or anything. Boy, that is just mucky, just nasty, isn't it? Oh, look at that. That thing is, oh man, that is, look how easy that is, just brake cleaning it. So, at this point, I'll take the old school 3-in-1 oil. I remember when I was a kid, really little kid, my mom had a sewing machine and she used to have to use 3-in-1 oil. And I remember it being the little metal oval can. Of course, nothing metal anymore, but anyway, at that point, I'll just do a few drops down in here. I don't really want to do a, well, that stuff comes out rather quickly, actually. All right, I might have overdid it a little bit. Anyway, the little felt thing is something that I also lubricate. Anyway, I'll just stuff it back down in there. It's kind of hard to do and show the camera at the same time. Anyway, I'll just shove that dude back down in there like that. And then I'll take the little miniature brass freeze plug here. Give him just a little bit of a snug push. It needs to be, I like to go just a little bit below flush, because once, you know, it was there to begin with, but I like to go a little bit lower, that way it stays tight. Anyway, so that is pretty much all it is to it. It's just it's a lubrication spot, I guess. Hell, I don't know. This is just the way I've always done them, but that thing is working nice. And the more it works now, the better it'll get, you know. So anyway, just thought I'd do a quick video. I mean, it's just something that, you know, some guys that may not know, and like I've said before, I kind of gear my videos toward the amateur hobbyist, but that's it. Just take your little cap off, your little felt deal, and put some brake clean, carb clean, or whatever, and be sure you hold it up right when you're shooting it, you know, and just let that muck get out of there. But it immediately, just after the brake clean, cleaned that up. So that's it, guys.